Hi, my name is Bishop Lafer, and this is my deployment environment research project. I've chosen to research three companies. One was Twitter, the other was Netflix, and the third one was a local IT company. The way that Twitter pushes their code is they use a BitTorrent deploy system called Murder, which was actually written by one of their employees named Larry Gadea, and it's written in Ruby and Python. And essentially, what it is, formerly Twitter was using a single Git server to push and pull code from to all of their computers on their local network, and it just took a really long time, like upwards of 40 minutes. After switching to this BitTorrent system, it now only takes 12 seconds. And they're using a couple different technologies. They're using BitTorrent and Cupertino. Cupertino tells the computers which other server they need to connect to in order to download the updates that they need. It's pretty neat. It's interesting. They're able to accomplish such high speeds because they're pushing code on a local area network, on a private local area network, and so they have it configured to work really, really well with their system. It's different than a company like, say, Netflix, their services are cloud-based, and so when Netflix is putting out new code, they spin up a new cluster and route traffic to that new cluster and test their new services. So if they don't have any problems, then they tear down the old cluster. If they do have problems, then they redirect traffic back to the old cluster and tear down the new cluster and just start over. The end result is seamless to the user, no matter what. Also, Netflix has in their code built in, if a service is not working for some reason, then like for instance, if Popular Videos isn't working, then they have another secondary service to fall back on, so that no matter what, even if one service is broken, the user will never notice. It'll just be, their interface will be a little different. They won't have most popular, instead they'll have suggested titles or something along those lines, or recommended for you if suggested titles don't work. Or they also have another one that's like, if based on your selection of watching whatever available content you have, they'll post a section where it's got related content or content that is similar. But if that's not working, then they'll have another service to fall back on, so that the end user always has a seamless experience and never notices it. The third company I talked to was a local IT company, and they have several clients, and so the way that they push code is dependent on their client. Some of their client services are cloud-based, and some are on private networks. So the way that the code is pushed is really determined by the client. So if they're doing support for a business who is using their services for their infrastructure of their business, and their business is open Monday through Friday, then they would do new code pushes on weekends. And that's on a private area network. If it's cloud-based, and they can do pushes at any time, realistically speaking, because you can just redirect the old traffic. But they don't ever like to do it whenever their client is in business operation hours, they don't ever push new code. They always do it after hours, after business hours, when no one can be inconvenienced, and that way they don't ever have any major crashes or problems like that. I know that Netflix, for instance, also pushes content during the week because their service is used most on the weekends, and so they push during the week. Twitter also pushes during the week, at least that's what it said in the videos. So these are my sources. The first one is a video at a conference where Larry Gadea is talking about Murder in their BitTorrent system. This Forbes article was about how companies release software without causing major problems, and it was just talking about cloud-based cloud-based server infrastructures. And then highscalability.com, the blog, this last one is about Netflix and the way that Netflix pushes their code. So thank you very much.